Hey everybody, I just wanted to give a quick update, or maybe not so quick, depending on how this goes, but haven't put anything up in a while for a couple of reasons, mostly because I've been playing older stuff that I've already videoed, kind of replaying things, A Distant Plane, D-Day at Omaha Beach, even some of the other games I've been playing, RAF, I just bought or traded for, and I played that for a while, but I think Stuka Joe put up some videos for that are great. I didn't see anything that I could add to it, so I didn't video it, but mainly I haven't been putting anything up because it's really inconvenient right now because my computer died. So this, I think even I'm going to have to take to work and upload there. So things will probably be slow on the channel for a little while until I get the computer situation figured out, and then until I start playing different games. I kind of got to where I felt like I was buying too much new stuff, not necessarily new games, but new to me games. So I kind of slowed down a little bit, pulled back. Part of that was the Where There Is Discord thing. That game really turned me off, and even getting rid of it still cost me more money because I traded, I didn't sell it. So then there was still shipping, trying to ship that, which I think was another $15, $18 or something like that. So it kind of made me want to focus on the games I already have. Even if I've already played it, there's no reason I can't go back through for my own enjoyment and tinker with these again. Especially when I'm doing the videos, it's usually my first time playing or my second time, pretty close to the beginning of learning that game. So going in and re-experiencing these things is kind of what I've been focusing on lately. Until I'm done with that, and actually I'm done with it right now. I can't reach the box, but I'm playing Ambush, and I haven't found a good way to talk about that game on video. I thought I would be able to before I actually got the game. I'm like, oh, it's paragraph driven, and I was thinking choose your own adventure. It's actually when you're in this spot, this happens. And I might do a video and just talk about it when I'm done playing through this session. I've been playing it for about 3 weeks. Only on scenario 3, I played the first scenario twice because the first time I just got murdered. The second scenario went okay. 3 of my guys died, and I kind of had to take a break because of work and everything. So playing that again, but when I'm done, I'll probably come back and do some sort of video on that. But in the meantime, to kind of follow me, it's not really following, but I realized I haven't ever mentioned, I think, and actually I realized I'm wearing this shirt. I do a podcast with another guy, Dave, and just focusing on war games and war gaming. So if you follow for kind of the other stuff, Advance After Combat is the name of the podcast. That might not be of any interest to you, but if you're into my videos for the wargaming, check out Advance After Combat. It's at advanceaftercombat.podbean.com, or you can search in the podcast thing at Board Game Geek for Advance After Combat. You can join our guild there. It's boardgamegeek.com/guild/1600, or sorry, 1660 is the guild page, and there it's kind of just a sub forum for people who listen to the podcast and kind of follow what we're doing. And it's more than about our stuff. It's the community of people getting together there, which is a great way to kind of keep in touch. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get my computer figured out. I'm not sure which route we're going to take, if I want to get another PC or figure something else out for the family. I'm going to keep playing Ambush. It's a lot of fun if you're a solitaire gamer, and you have, well, if you're a solitaire gamer, I think you should give Ambush a shot. It seems like the price is coming down a little bit. I'm seeing them used now for about $50, which isn't bad. There's not, people say there's not a ton of replay in it, and I guess playing that now I can see it. Because the scenarios are going to play out pretty similarly every time. You're going to come on at from the same area, you have the same objectives, and the same things are going to happen when you're in those different hexes. But if I play this in 5 years, again, I'm not going to remember what happened now. I'm not going to remember that, oh, in hex Q10, I can see somebody from here. And even on scenario 3 now, as I'm playing, I know, I get a feeling like, oh, when I get to this hex, I'm going to be able to see something. You usually have to check to see if you can see it, but something's going to happen here. I need to be ready for it, which makes a lot of sense. We're on our 3rd mission as a squad, so we're not new to combat. So it makes sense that we're kind of getting this intuitive feel for how things are working. It does a pretty good job of representing Fog of War, the squad-based tactics of kind of keeping everyone together when you can, breaking off when you have to. Lots and lots of fun. I thought it would be something that I would enjoy, and like, oh, this is a nice diversion. I'll play this for a scenario and then put it away for a little while. After I finished that first scenario the first time, half my squad got killed about 3 turns in, which might not sound great, but I did stupid stuff, which in combat would get people killed. And I was in the military, I should know some of these tactics a little bit better. I do, but I'm playing a game, so I'm just kind of, it's easy to walk on the road, let's walk on the road. Well, then you get lit up. So it does a good job of showing all those different aspects. It gets you invested in your squad, which is something I have a hard time doing. Playing games like B-17, playing games like, what's the other one? There's London's Burning. I don't get tied to my pilots or my crew in those games. Just something about them. They're very mechanically repetitive. And in some games that really works for me. But London's Burning, B-17, I can't get tied to those crew like a lot of people do. I don't care. In this, I really got tied. I think in B-17 or B-29, I think is the one I played, I didn't even name my guys. I just, pilot, navigator, whatever. In this, it kind of forces you to almost. Actually, so it has A, B, C, D, and they correspond to the counters that the soldiers use to identify. And so I named all of my characters, or all of my soldiers' characters from Philip Dick novels. And 3 of them died the last mission, including Rick Deckard from the movie Blade Runner and the book Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. And that sucked for me. Like, I had put a lot into this guy, and more than that, he had good stats and performed well. And he, I think, trying to save someone, he died. So this is turning into a video about Ambush. But like I was saying, if you like solitaire games, even if you don't have an interest in war games, even if you don't have an interest in World War II, which I don't really, it just doesn't do much for me. But Ambush is great. And reading it's a 24, 25 page rule book, something like that. A little bit on the heavy side for me rules wise. But it's not actually that bad. Everything that you're doing pretty much makes sense. You have to read all of the rules and kind of digest them and internalize them. But once that's done, you're not referring to the rules all that often. And when you're reading them, it does seem very mechanistic. Every hex you go into, you have to check. Let's just make this an ambush video. So here's the box cover. Every hex you go into, you check on this sliding scale. So if you are in hex F9, or let's do G10 since it's right there. Right here. You look at that and it tells you what paragraph to look at. And let's see if we can find a paragraph. Or what event. Here we go. If you enter hex X11, I'm not going to tell you what, but you have to reference that paragraph and then it tells you what's happening. And again, that sounds very dull. I didn't think I would really like it. You're using this slide rule to check every little thing you do, but it actually makes sense. And you're not doing it quite that often as every hex. It's every new hex for the most part. Or if you change conditions, you have to check over again. But that also kind of makes you, or it makes it easier for you to follow actual military tactics, because one guy goes into a hex, the guy behind him is then going to follow, and they kind of walk in column, which makes sense. You're not going to walk a line of guys in without having someone kind of test the water as you go along. So great little game. It's been on my table, like I said, for about 3 weeks now, or maybe 2 weeks. We're going into the third week. Going into the third week. I absolutely love it. It's going to be there for at least through April. I wanted to play all the scenarios out. I don't know that that's going to happen. I don't want to burn out on it, but great little game. After that, I'm going to go back to World War I, I think, and explore Luftschiff and kind of tinker with some small, kind of getting back into my wheelhouse, the smaller, kind of obscure and print and play I had sitting right there, a print and play game that I want to put together called Maquis on kind of the French, not counterinsurgency, but kind of the resistance forces against the occupying Nazis in World War II. Kind of a Euro game, but has that kind of war theme, which is interesting. So I'm starting to ramble. But like I said, there's probably not going to be a video for the rest of April until I can get the computer situation figured out, and I'm done with Ambush. If I can think of a way to show how to play it without giving spoilers, I guess. I don't want to walk through. Somebody did a video of one of the later scenarios, or they did like 18 videos of one of the later scenarios. So if you're interested, watch that. And it's actually a good learning tool. After I read the rules, I was still kind of like, am I understanding this right? Those videos were great for showing it, but it does show kind of hex by hex what happens. So I'm going to have forgotten watching those before I play that scenario, which is why I don't want to do a video, because then it's going to kind of ruin the experience. Especially scenario 1, you're going to know what hexes are going to trigger things to happen. But like I said, check it out. Great old game. John Butterfield, I believe, right? John H. Butterfield, who did D-Day to Omaha Beach, and just great game designer, great solitaire game designer. And check out Advance After Combat. We do have shirts available that we don't make any money on, which I was thinking about this morning is kind of a bad marketing thing, but or bad business, but not really a marketing thing. It's just for guys to kind of show their love for the podcast as we're getting into convention season. A bunch of guys are going to GMT West, I think in 2 weeks at the end of April, and then Console World's coming up at the end of May, which I'm really looking forward to. About 6 weeks away, so that'll be good. Hopefully, do some videos again there, which should be good. But after I'm playing something new, something that I can video, there will definitely be more stuff put up. I thought about doing videos on other things. I put up a video on that electronics project I built, but people seem to like one channel to be about one thing, and I think I'm going to respect that. I tried it with books, didn't get a great response, and I don't know, how often I want to talk about books. Not every book I read is great and worth talking about. I have thought about doing a video about like a series of books, kind of like I did about the different sci-fi games. I have 8 books so far that I've read in the last couple of years about the Vietnam War, and I have another 3 or 4 kind of in my to-read pile. So I think once I'm at a place where I feel like I've read most of what I want to, maybe I'll do something like that. I've recently, and Dave's going to love this, but I've recently got into fountain pens. I thought about doing videos on those, but again, I don't think people are interested. If you are, let me know, and even if there are 3 people, maybe I'll do one. Doing a video about a pen would be a lot easier than about a game. I don't have to learn how to use this pen. You just have to open it and write with it. Whatever. But I think that's going to be it for now. I'll figure out how to get this onto the internet so that everyone can see it. I might put this up as my channel trailer, so if that's how you're seeing this, welcome. Hopefully videos will be back up soon, and thanks for watching.